Hey guys, welcome to another episode of this podcast. You don't know me by now. I'm the host, Roger, and I've been living this lifestyle for about 2 decades now. My goal is to help people to get the best version of themselves, focusing on body through fitness, mind, and we get that from adopting a life principles and personal development, and soul with the love and the connection with God or the universe. For this week, I'll be sharing topic that makes such a big impact in my life, which is decision making. So, let's go.
latinoyvegano.com.
Decision. What is it? Decision makers go to the top, while those who do not make decisions seems to go nowhere. End quote. I'm starting this topic by quoting the Success Puzzle book. A decision play a huge role in our life. You are daily faced with decisions, and those can determine how far you can get ahead in life. I faced decisions about going vegan many years ago, almost 2 decades ago. Best decision I ever made in my life. In one point of my life, I felt like I needed a change, and I grabbed one bag and a few $100s, and I moved to America. See, all these decisions led me to what I am to this day, a success story. The key here is that my decision making process doesn't take too much, and the more awareness I keep building, the better I get. The one thing that people miss is that when you make decisions, you have to be ready for the good or the bad. So basically, whatever is as the outcome out of that decision, you have to be ready. You cannot pull through or fall away or just get down. It's what you was trying to do or decided to do doesn't come the way you want it to do. It doesn't happen. It was just not meant to be at that moment. The one thing that people miss is that when you make decision, you have to be ready for the good or the bad. Meaning that no matter the outcome, you have to make the decision. You all learn with each experience, and even now I don't need to make or to think about it too much. I can make a decision right away. Then at least when you fail or what you consider failing, it's more like a learning experience. So your awareness level changes. So you won't consider that as a loss, you consider it as a learning experience. Each time you make a decision, you can potentially be moving closer to your worthy idea, which is a topic I discussed in the last episode. Decisions can come down to just answering basic questions. Yes, and just to clarify, all questions have an answer. Question with no answers, or rhetorical question like they call it, they are a statement. So, if you know how to answer good questions and get those answers, you are in a good path to getting to become a good decision maker. We tend to be on the side that says, due to the lack of knowledge or certainty, limitations, or whatever is that awareness. What do I mean with that? See, when I was raised, I was told that they have limited access to money. Like, money don't grows on trees, or, you have to come from a rich family, right? And there was also told that only certain amount of people, or some rich people, or have access to healthy food, or good quality food, or really good food. So the supply of food is basically only limited for certain people. So again, we were brought up with this belief that we are limited to things. And this, in the actuality, we're not limited to things. Things are available for us. The limitation comes in our mind, not in the supply. The supply is there. Food is there. There's abundance of food. There's abundance of money. But we have to tap into that level of awareness. What do I mean with this? This doesn't mean just like, right now, you getting what you put in your mind that you consider to be acceptable. So if you're saying there's not enough, then you're not gonna get enough, because you have that in your mind program that it's not enough. But what I'm trying to tell you is that if you change that thought process and you start saying, no, there is enough. I already have this, or I'm going to get this. You change that thought process. Then you start to tap in that level of awareness and things started happening to you, and you started saying, then you think it's a miracle, you think it's luck. I mean, they call it all kind of things, but it's or blessings too. I mean, how you want to call it. The point is that you start tapping into that level of awareness, and when you start tapping into that level, then that's things going to happen, because now you're asking your mind, the universe, to put you in that same level, in that same mind frame. So the perfect example is like, I was talking to a friend the other day, and she know who she is when she hear this, and I was saying, I asked her something around the line like, what is your wishes, right? So let's say, and then her answer was like, oh, I wish I can find a relationship with a partner that is successful. So when I ask successful, what is it successful for you means? And then I think it was like, oh, financially success. So I said, well, yeah, that's great, but in my opinion, you don't need, do you need that kind of partnership? Because you already have financial success to some extent, right? And nonetheless doesn't mean that you can wants to have somebody that is on your level when it comes to that. But I'm saying that financial success, you can get it on your own too. You just have to tap in that level. So basically, you right now, let's say you make, she makes, I don't know, 100,000 a year. She making 100,000 a year. So what I'm telling her is like, you need to learn, instead of making 100,000 a year, how to make 100,000 in a month, and then you tap in the next level. That's not a partner is gonna do that for you. That's an awareness level that you need to figure out. That's all it comes down to. It has nothing to do with the person. It's just gonna be on you. So you know how to make 100,000. Great, you there yet? But okay, how do you make that in a month? This is what I need to hear. How many people say I want to make my yearly salary into my monthly salary? Because it's exactly what they're trying to do. So at that point, it has nothing to do with you finding a person, a male or a female, that provides you with that financial stability. Once it's just you have to change that in you. So that was one of my advice when it came to that. So going back to the topic, at the same time, when we say that we are limited, is that they try to see us or feel that there's not enough in this world for us. So that is not to supply. It's just not. When it's abundance, there's a lot. There's so much that we can all not even consider or even imagine. Universe provides us everything and anything. A proper understanding of the true source of supply, you will realize there is never any limit, and in fact, your potential is unlimited. End quote. With a few tips that I'll give you, this should help you guys with the process of decision. If you're a person that is indecisive about plant-based or going vegan, make the decision. Start with 30 days, but go vegan right now, right? I have several episodes that talks about how can you get started, how can you transition. I'm a coach too, so I can provide you with any assistance. Anything that you guys need, I'm here to guys help you in that transition. But start with 30 days. Start with a 30-day challenge. See how the 30-day challenge go. Same message go with a vegetarian. You're a vegetarian. Try vegan for 30 days. Huh? I challenge you. Challenge you to go vegan for 30 days. Just try it out. See how it goes. See how you feel. Huh? For the vegetarians, this is a message for you guys. I'm not fighting. I'm just trying to say, you gotta be careful with dairy. That's one of the worst things. And egg, cheese, they're lethal. So you wanna pay attention to dairy, very dairy. So I have several studies. And not only that, but I have several experts that saying that if you wanna cut one thing out of your diet, the first thing they start is with dairy. And a lot of vegetarians consume a lot of dairy, so you gotta watch out with that too. So it will help you to have a more healthier lifestyle. Trust me. So start with a 30-day challenge. And if you feel like there's things that you don't like, don't say, well, I try vegan cheese, one vegan cheese, I didn't like it, I can't go vegan. No, because it is all about trying food. Not all the food from all the different kingdoms of food you like. There's always gonna be some foods that you won't like. So find ones that you like and stick to it. That's my advice. That's my advice. But I've spoken about this so many times, so let me get back to this main topic. So try it for 30 days, see how it goes, and if you have any feedback, you have any comment, let me know, and I would like to definitely hear from you guys. Well, how did that transition went? How did that challenge went? So the first thing is you have to make the decision. You have to make the decision. You're gonna try this for 30 days, and then just go for it. I'm not asking you how you're gonna do it. Let that logistic happens by itself. The basic thing here is that you have to make the decision. I'm gonna make the decision for 30 days. Starting tomorrow, I'm gonna go vegan. Okay, so let's do that. Now, to help you during that process, how can you become a better decision maker? I have 4 questions that you can ask yourself. That's gonna help you during this process. Yes, and then you want to ask these questions to yourself while you're making decisions. And based on the answers, there you go, you can make the decision. First question, do I want to be or have this? So whatever that you're thinking about, do I want to have it? That's the first question. Second question, will being, doing, or having that what I want move me in the direction of my goal? So if I do this, if I go vegan for 30 days, would that move me in the direction of my goal? Losing weight, healthier, saving the planet, a greener place, more eco-friendly place, whatever it is your goal is. Would that move you closer? Yes. Okay. Number 3 is being, doing, or having this is in harmony with God's laws or the laws of the universe. And number 4, will being, doing, or having this violate the right of others? So those are the 4 questions. If you answer yes to the first 3 questions and no to the last question, then just make the decision. You're on the right path. Just make the decision. Because that's the way to go. Just make the decision. But let me tell you this, guys. When you make the decision, your decision has to be committed. So make a committed decision. This is the key. A committed decision is when you actually put that emotion towards the decision and then you stick to it. So if you're gonna try vegan for 30 days, commit to the 30 days. Don't do 10 days and then just have off the rest of the week, the rest of the time challenge. Not gonna be working out and you have to work out 5 days a week and you only go 2 days and then the rest of the days you just stay home. So no, if you're gonna make a decision that you're gonna go for something, make the decision and stick to the decision. So make a committed decision. So I'm gonna quote Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama said, "You cannot make decisions based on fear and the possibility of what might happen." That's pretty brilliant, Michelle. Pretty brilliant. So you guys make sure that when you make a decision, make a committed one. Dr. Carol Hildenbrand said, "Committed decisions show up in 2 places: your calendar and your checkbook." So what does that mean? She basically stating that us human beings, you're gonna be able to see if you really are committed to something. You really are making a good decision by the amount of information you are consuming. This information that she's talking about as you're consuming is either you buying books, you buying material that you can feed your brain, because you can feed yourself, because you have to feed yourself. Not only feed good food on your body, but you have to feed your mind as well. So you're getting good books, you're buying good material so you can study, videos, DVD, download this, documentaries and all these things. Anything that you're doing so you can get material, so you can get more knowledge, right? That's the advantage. And the other aspect of it is, what is it that you're doing when it comes to your checkbook? So what is it that you investing your money on? Okay, not only your calendar has to be full of like, okay, I'm studying this program this month, I'm working on this next month. So you have to have a full calendar or roster of things that you're feeding your brain with, your mind with good information. And at the same time, you have to be spending money on this thing. Like you can't make money if you don't spend money too. That's what they say. So make sure that you're feeding yourself a good quality, quantity, and quality of information. At the same time, make sure you have enough for years and years to come of information, so you can continue getting information. So now, to bring all this into perspective and to kind of close this episode, let me recap. We talk about how important is decision to your overall success. How decisions are mainly questions that needs to be answered, and we're clear that all questions have an answer. There's no one question with no answer. Those are called statements. I gave you guys 4 questions that you can ask yourself to help you with the decision making, and we know that your decisions come with a commitment. It has to be a committed decision. Those questions basically are: do I want to do it? Does it move me closer to my goal? Am I in harmony with God and the laws of the universe? And does it violate the rights of others? So if we know that all questions, the first 3 questions are yes and the last one is no, then you are in the right place. You are in the right place. And after those 4 questions, I decided to put this podcast because for you guys, and I wanted to commit to you guys to always present with good material, good value, good information. Decision is one of those things that sometimes we struggle with, but it cannot be a struggle. It could be something that we find so smooth and easy for us to do, because we all face making decisions at some point in our life. But the better you become in making decisions, the more awareness you're going to have, the more the world is going to expand, and the more possibilities are going to come to you. Sometimes you have to make decisions this quick. I remember when I bought my first property, my first real estate property, the realtor called me and said, hey, I have this property, it's not even on the market. If you don't buy it right now, somebody else is going to buy it, the next person that I call. Make the decision right now. And I said, yes, let's do it, without even seeing the property. That's how quick the decision was made. And for me, that has been one of my best investments. To this day, the house is still functioning great. It cash flows. It has good equity. I had the house for many years. It's in a great location. So the point is, and I bought the house without even seeing the house. The point is that you have to be, I learned the decision making is crucial, especially for entrepreneur. But this can apply for any person. Not necessarily they have to be entrepreneur. Okay? So thank you guys. This has been a great short episode. I love talking about topics like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right.
Gracias por escuchar Latino y Vegano, un show donde se habla todo lo relacionado sobre el veganismo entre la comunidad latina. No olviden suscribirse a este podcast, seguirnos en Instagram, Facebook, YouTube y a visitarnos en latinoyvegano.com.